Welcome to Between Two Wheels, Episode 4. We are going to discuss winterizing your gravel bike, whether that's a drop bar bike or a flat bar gravel bike. We're going to talk about surviving the winter season, which in our lovely area could be anywhere from 5 months, fingers crossed, to lots of months. So without further ado.
Yeah, it's become a big part of the business. We're doing lots and lots of gravel.
Yep.
People are riding it all year round, which is wicked.
Yep.
You definitely need some kit though. It's not like back in the day where you just kind of grabbed mitts out of the old closet and let it rip.
The days of putting on your Sorels and just tearing around are over.
Yep. There's so much good equipment
for some
now.
people.
You can still do it, of course. Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about this bike example we have here, because it's kind of I think a pretty awesome starting point for those of you who want to be out and about on a gravel bike, or really any bike for that matter, but these concepts are gravelly based but can be stretched across your other bikes.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about specifically our area for sure. Like Calgary is its own kind of nemesis to cyclists in the sense that we're hot and cold through the winter, so it gets very cold, very hot, very icy. So I don't think we can stress enough, if you're going to ride in the winter, you need a set of these. Set of tires is a big deal.
Yeah, number one with a bullet are the studded tires. Lacking studded tires means that part of your ride you might be fine and part of your ride you might be asleep on the ground. Yep. So we like studded tires. Fun, obviously way safer, and quite honestly lets you go more places.
Yeah, the studded tire is much, much cheaper than a separated shoulder.
Yep.
when you work in the lost work time. So
yes, 100%.
Other great things that are on this bike is the light, which turns into a huge deal, not only for safety and traffic, but you know, it gets dark here early.
Yep.
I think we're actually finally getting past a 5 o'clock sunset.
Yeah, so for sure, easy use. This one's that you can kind of see here. This is a really stealthy one, but we have all manner of lighting available if you need to explode the eyeballs of the people behind you.
This bike's missing fenders, which would be probably a key addition. Not as necessary in the winter. Obviously, if you're coming from some place like, be it Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, it's pretty much mandatory.
Fenders are key
the whole time.
Yeah, agreed. This bike's just got test ride pedals on it, but there's also a number of pedal choices that can go on these types of bikes for winter time. Could be flat pedals if you prefer to ride without being clipped in, or if you'd like to be clipped in, we've got some pedals that work better in winter, and we have the corresponding footwear.
Yeah, time pedals, I think, or Crank Brothers pedals are really the choice if you're in snow.
Yeah, sure. You and I are definitely in agreement on that one. That the time style, like twin bar mechanism,
works awesome.
It battles the slush the greatest.
The other thing I think that's magnificent, which is so simple, are these bags. It makes such a huge difference, like a carrying kit. Like if you're going in and out of work or whatever, you might have a backpack, but then you can have spare mitts or whatever in there. And you're not always loading it in and out.
Have a shell jacket. You can compact a jacket and put it in here. Some jackets go on the bike, but it just keeps your stuff dry.
The other option you can put onto the bike before we start talking about wear that you use would be you can do bar mitts on this. On a road bike, not a flat bar bike, they're definitely a big thing.
Yep.
As far as size, everyone's a little different too. So I'm not a big bar mitt guy. I just don't like having my hands in there. I'd rather just wear a warmer set of gloves. Yeah,
I'm a glove guy, but I do know for sure that bar mitts, if you prefer to have maximum dexterity still on your controls, bar mitts will allow for that. But you got to be a bit mindful of being attached to your bike.
Trade me, sir. We'll do some some of the kit that I think is like really important. And if you look at some of the glove wear, this is a Fox glove, not super heavy duty, still has a really good hand feel.
Yep.
And actually you could use this for a good chunk of the year in Calgary.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are 8 month gloves.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And then you got your classic crab glove, I guess you'd call it.
Semi-lobstered.
Semi-lobster. Yeah, crab.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Seafood here.
Crabster.
Got some seafood gloves here.
Crabster gloves.
And these are awesome because they keep your hands super warm. But that's like, if you got to either be running a human that runs cold, or it's got to be cold outside.
Yeah, those are toasty.
Yeah. This is like mandatory. I have like these living in all my, like any winter bike I have, they just live in that bag. So I have some backup because if you get hot, you can just throw it in there. The good old either rob the store or keep your head warm piece, which is nice.
Bank robber special. Yeah, that's a key piece for if you go below -15, those are super clutch.
Yeah, so good. And then the neck warmer is always a beauty that lots of us would have these from either skiing or other stuff. But that's
I've started to use those actually almost more than the balaclava.
Yep.
Because I can just rip it down if I get too hot.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then the other piece, which if you want to go a little more bougie, you can get the heated socks.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Heated socks are, that's where this cowboy's heading next.
Yeah, it's
For
pretty
sure.
good. You got to figure out where you're putting your batteries, but it's good stuff.
Yeah. Let's dish this one off, and we'll, in a second here, we'll have another example come through. In the meantime, we can maybe just discuss a few of our experiences with winter riding. I know myself, like, started out back in the day making my own studded tires and riding around with terrible equipment. And I had a chunk of time where I didn't have a car, so I rode all the time, all winter. And one of the things, in addition to gear, that I think is key is just your bike setup. Like,
Totally.
you know, we can go into greater detail later on this, but don't forget about tire pressure, and you know, sometimes your seating position, depending on whether you're changing shorts, and your controls might have to be modified for your
If you run the big gloves.
yeah, for your mitt choice. So
For sure.
don't be afraid to tinker with your setup.
Yeah, there was many a year where I had no car, so getting to work, I went through a lot of intersections in my butt with the wrong gear.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So it's definitely safety first. The studded
Yeah.
tire makes a big deal.
We don't have any in our sweet waterfall of goodness, but don't forget about eye protection or eyewear. That's a deal breaker for me these days. If I can't see, then obviously I can't ride.
Well, and if you're riding around Calgary, like they're graveling roads all the time, so
Yeah,
stuff's
lots
getting
of-
shut up all the time.
Yeah, lots of stuff on the road. So take care of your eyeballs. All right, we got another example here. This is a little bit of a different game. This is my bike. This would loosely be a flat bar gravel bike. In this case, a little electric assist too. So if that floats your boat, cool. If it doesn't float your boat, just wait. I'll get you. This one's got bigger volume studded tires and a cool flat handlebar compatible bag that kind of is accessible and holds mitts and all that good stuff.
Put all your stuff in there.
Yeah. So it currently still has summer pedals, but I'll put my winter pedals on now that winter has made a reappearance.
Yeah, the gravel bike is kind of super changed, man. Like, it could be all sorts of forms, shapes. Basically, it's just a 700C bike with
the ability to go places.
Go anywhere.
Yeah.
This is like, we laugh about this. This is basically like a mountain bike from
Yeah. This one
1990.
truly, this one's got a little bit of 90s mountain bike vibe as well, but it's kind of brought me back in love with some winter commuting and stuff. It's really capable and does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's fun being able to stay on your bike all winter.
Yeah.
Like it's a big deal.
Yep. Change of pace. Change of pace from summer riding. Keeps a bit of base fitness in the tank and gets you outdoors.
Yeah, hopefully the Christmas treats don't get you too bad. And
Yeah. You gotta sweat down the shortbreads.
suck it in. Yeah. Look better. What is your favorite product? What's your favorite thing other than tires? Can't count tires.
Yeah, honestly, I think my favorite thing right now for winter riding is probably the beefy mitts. I definitely don't, like, as I get older, my hands are a little more punished and a little bit more arthritis and stuff. And I just, keeping my hands warm, as long as my hands are warm, and truly my feet, I guess too, I'm good. So I'm going with my favorite product that is in existence currently is good hand warmer glove tech.
Sweet.
Yourself?
I'm gonna go with bags. I have a bag problem. This is amazing. That one on the last bike, like just being able to like kind of turn it into a bit of a Winnebago and like go anywhere and not worry about like having to tear layers off and have where to put them. So like basically putting storage all over your bike is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it makes it way easier.
Yeah,
for sure. So if you had a favorite product that has yet to come into existence.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a little earlier.
What are you saying?
I think if you could somehow make heated grip tape or heated grips, that would like be a huge deal.
Yeah, I agree. Heated grips or heated contact points, in this case grips, I think would be a total game changer, dare I say.
Totally.
So you would then be able to run lighter duty mitts and keep some dexterity and maybe manipulate your controls the way you want more.
And it's like such a different way. It depends on the bike you're using, right? Like we know fat biking when it's minus 40.
Yeah.
And you can kind of almost like, at minus 40, it's a little extreme, but like
it's terrible.
Call minus 20, you can keep yourself warm because you're working so hard.
Yeah.
But if you're commuting to work at minus 20, it's a whole different gig. Like it's because you're moving so much faster.
I'm throwing out a plea for e-bike batteries that can heat themselves too.
Ooh,
so
nice.
if your bike's in storage, similar to some of the stuff that's in the 4x4 scene, you could put your battery in like park mode and it would keep itself from freezing.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
I know that might be a big one, probably would add some cost, but I'm saying it.
I don't think the dudes in California will get it.
Yeah. Testify.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that was a pretty quick synopsis.
That's the turbo overview. We appreciate you tuning in. Of course, follow us, hit the button and subscribe, but there's more to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Dare I say. There are way more winter tips that we have that we'll work it in somewhere for you.
Through other various sundry social media or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, folks.
Next time.
Toodaloo.